How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how to unlock the 94 overall Rookie of the Year Shohei Ohtani. This is going to be a two-way player that is a starting pitcher as his primary, but also has some amazing hitting attributes. Now, if you take a look at the Next Year Is Now event, you will be able to unlock this card at 20 wins, as well as Richie Ashburn, who isn't really that good in comparison to the attributes on Ohtani. You will have an opportunity to earn this Rewind event pack as well at 60 wins, and that will feature the 1-in-1 base round or the 1-in-10 rare round for those old event cards. Now, this event's pretty good. I mean, it's for teams that didn't necessarily make the postseason. They're 6-inning games, quick counts on. But this 94 overall Shohei Ohtani is actually pretty good. The only thing that you can really say about him is that his stamina is somewhat low at 90, especially for this late in the year, as well as the walks per 9. If that was at an 80, he would be a much better pitcher, and probably around 96, 97 range. If he also had a stamina boost, could easily be a 99. So with that being said, we'll take a look at his hitting attributes. Kind of has the same hits and K per 9 as Corey Kluber, or right around there. Some guys in the hundreds are still pretty effective, but a lot of the better pitchers in the game have upwards in the 110s, 120s, especially with those finest cards. This card will certainly be usable just because of these amazing hitting attributes that we're about to take a look at. But he doesn't have the outlier quirk. That's the first thing I checked out when I looked at this card. He will have effective control or break or both on his fastball. He'll also have good control and break on his slider as well as his splitter. If his individual attributes are not posted on Daddy Leagues already, he should have around 80 to 85 control or break or both on those pitches. Now, with that being said, this card absolutely destroys right-handed pitching. He has 111 and 124 splits with the 57 vision, so the vision is a little bit low, but the batting clutch is also extremely high. So if you can hit with the guy that has maybe a little bit lower of a vision attribute, I know contact matters a lot more, but this is a throwback to MLB The Show 18. I had the future star, Shohei Ohtani, and here he is going deep with a no-doubt home run. This card was amazing. I only have the screenshot of his pitching attributes. His hitting attributes were right around, 80s to 90s, somewhere in there. This year he'll have 111 and 124. The other reward is Richie Ashburn, and this card is pretty much useless for me. I would not use this card. 58 power, 57 power. Does not really matter to me. I will continue using some better guys with just as much contact, maybe not as much vision, maybe not as much bunting, but a lot more power, and that's really what I'm looking for anyway. Recently, MLB The Show put out a tweet asking, or I guess a questionnaire / Google form, asking for feedback on MLB The Show 20, and one of the questions on there was who's the toughest pitcher to hit in MLB The Show? And the majority of the people said Signature Series, or I guess Award Series, Corey Kluber. And in my opinion, I think that's right on point. I mean, he was the very first 99 overall pitcher that everybody was able to unlock pretty easily early in the year at, Silver Level 1. You're able to get that card, if not before then. So with that being said, I think that that's fair enough, as that card got the most votes. For me personally, I think that the 99 overall future star Nate Pearson is a little bit tougher, or maybe even Oral Hershiser, or potentially James Paxton. I think some of those guys are tougher for me to hit at times than Corey Kluber. Now, in this game, we're already losing 1-0. I have the prestige James Paxton on the mound, hung a curveball to the Luke Voigt. He has lower contact, but maxed out power, hits a perfect, and that's going to be a home run every time. And the only good hits I've had so far in this game have been lineouts right to him. This is an example of what has been happening to me recently. When I'm playing this game, I notice that I'm in a slump. I know that I'm not putting great input into some of my swings because of my PCI placement, because of my reaction, my timing, just things that I've been noticing. And I've been lining out a lot when I make a good swing on the ball, and it might not be a perfect swing, it might not be a great swing, but that's something that's been going on, at least for me, in All-Star difficulty, Hall of Fame difficulty, in ranked seasons. Now, in this inning, we start to get the bats going, start to have some better swings. If you notice, I'm early on a lot of these swings, even though still going the other way with it. It's just early, and I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed, recently that the swing timing is unpredictable at times. Now, it might be something that I'm noticing because I have been taking time off with this game. I have not been hitting nearly as well as I did earlier in the year. But just for example, like sometimes I'm early on the ball. That last at bat with Corey Seager, I hit the ball 99 miles per hour. This was like a ground ball that was hit harder than a fastball up in the zone. It's just some of these things are just confusing me. I'm not, harping on what's wrong with the game. It's just some stuff that I've noticed, and since I haven't put as much time into the game, and I have been making worse swings, I guess, then maybe I'm noticing it a little bit more. But anyway, this has been a good game so far of ranked seasons, and the content that they released was a pretty good surprise. I'm excited to get that Shohei Ohtani. I am going to try to get 20 wins in that event. And I have criticized, the developers and their content recently, but never really the gameplay. I've really enjoyed this year's game. At times, I get confused, but other than that, I know it's not going to be a perfect game. I know sometimes you're going to, not get rewarded as much as your opponent may on some late or early hits. I really just think the most frustrating thing in this game, though, is having a pitch with good feedback, like hitting that meter, hitting the hoop, and just throwing a pitch not even close to where I put it. That might be the most frustrating thing to me. I'd rather give up, early hits, home runs, late hits. If I could pitch the ball where I want to, I know obviously in some of these clips, I'm missing the hoop, I'm missing the meter. I know that. I am not a good pitcher in this game. But compared to previous years' games, like I've gone back and played other games of MLB The Show other years, and it just seems like the pitching is a lot tougher or more sensitive in this year's game. Hopefully it's more, fine-tuned to user input in next year's game, where if you make a perfect pitch, regardless if Shohei Ohtani has 60 walks per 9 and 80 control on the average of his 4 pitches, the ball should go where I'm putting it, or at least close to where I'm putting it, if I get a perfect release. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know if this is gonna. Nope, this isn't a good example, but I did notice this a few times in this game. A lot of times it's when I'm trying to throw to a corner. I miss up above the zone. I miss inside. This one, that's a pretty good spot. It's not always, the case, but I notice it with stamina. I notice it with confidence on individual pitches. Certain times, if I give up a home run or two on a certain pitch, then I'm not even going to be able to locate that pitch for the rest of the game, depending on who I'm playing, depending on, their consistency. But I know I'm kind of just rambling about a few things, but I'm really talking about some stuff that I've noticed throughout playing this game. Anyway, we win 5-3. That was a pretty bad game. I felt like I could have had, a lot more hits in that one. I did unlock one of these finest packs somehow, and I also prestiged Fernando Tatis. But I wanted to mainly focus on how to unlock the 94 overall Shohei Ohtani. That's really all I care about out of those brand new event rewards. Sure, there's a lot of packs along the way and stuff, and all those good things, stub rewards, XP rewards, but I really just want the players that are players that I've been wanting throughout the year, and Shohei Ohtani was certainly one of them. I was talking about that card a few months ago. It would have been nice to get him in the game. I'm kind of surprised that his walks per 9 isn't a little higher, but he also does have pretty good durability, so he should be able to bounce back with some energy at 84, even though he got hurt after that year. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I'm College Lefty. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.